Hi everyone, my name is Xu-Feng. I'm going to talk about normality test. Use SPSS program. Why we needed to do normality test? Because we needed to find out whether the data is in the normal distribution. Because we will use different method to do the statistical analysis. If the normal distribution, we use one method, and if it's not normal, we have to use a different method. So normal distribution, it is a symmetrical distribution about your data. It's around the central peak, then gradually, symmetrically move towards the both sides. I'm going to show you that in the next few slides. Now, normally, when you do the normal distribution test, if the sample size is 50 or less, we choose Shapiro-Wilk test. However, if the sample size is greater than 50, then we might have to use Kolmogorov-Smirnov test, or it's called a KS test. When you see the results, if the p-value is greater than 0.05, doesn't matter if you use a Shapiro or a KS test. If the p-value is greater than 0.05, we will claim this is a normal distribution, normally distributed data. However, if the p-value is less than 0.05, we have to reject the null hypothesis, then the data become abnormal, then become not normally distributed data. So normal distribution must be satisfied to perform a parametric statistical test, for example, t-test, or ANOVA, or two-way ANOVA, or multi-ANOVA, etc. Now I'm going to show you an example how to do it. I'm going to open the data. Here, this is the data. You can find this data from the document I provided to you. This is a bipolar disease patient's data. To do the normal distribution, you can do this group, various variables. I'm just show you one, so we can learn from one, then you can do the rest by yourself. Then we go to descriptive statistics. We're going to select explore. For example, we can see whether the age is a continuous variable, whether all the data are normal distributed. We put it there. The statistics, you can use descriptive about the plots, and you need to tick normality plot. You don't have to use this one. Normality plots with the test. Say continue, and you say OK. Now here you can see they give you a few tables, and this we test for 49 samples, all involved in the test. Then here's other data. Then here's the normality test data. You can see it's here because our data is 49 in total. Therefore, we select the Shapiro-Wilk test. We do not select KS test, but if the sample size normally is greater than 50, we might have to use this. When you see here about the age, Now you can see here the p-value is less than 0.05. Therefore, the data is not in the normal distribution. We reject the null hypothesis. Okay. So we can do another one. For example, analyze descriptive. We could explore. So this time, I want to do the subgroups. For example, I will separate between the male and the female. In this case, I will select gender because I have defined male as 1, female as 2, as we said before. You can see from the variable view if you click here. I will put the gender in the factor list. Then I will not change this. You keep the same. That's the normality plots. Then you say OK. Now again, I can see from here I have in the male group I have 25 samples. In the female group I have 24 samples. Now here's the results. Because the sample size is less than 50, I will select the Shapiro-Wilk test. Now for the male group, see this row, the p-value is 0.246. The p-value is greater than 0.05. Therefore, I accept the null hypothesis. The data is in normal distribution. However, in the female group, you see here the p-value is less than 0.05. Therefore, the female data, in fact, is not in normal distribution. We rejected the null hypothesis. Okay. Now here is the procedure I have done. Just did. You see that's how you're going to do the normal tests, the selection. This is a summary. Now here's the practical question for you to do exercise, to do the practice. I want you to test the triglyceride from the same cohort of patients, whether they have a normal distribution, and then you should be able to write a report here. Here's another question for you to test the height, whether it's normal distribution, not normal distribution. You can also try male and female. Now this is to test the marriage, if it's a normal distribution. Now this time you just take the whole data. That's the end for the normality test. Thank you, everyone.